This is the first entry of box turtle number 27. It's April 18th, 2019. Mass is 954 grams, dome height is 86. Those two clues plus the big old notches here were used to compare versus all the other data. And this is definitely a new entry. This has got a big notch here in the front. That's an old notch. And it has a distinctive notch here in the back. Also, there's a big pock mark over here on about the 2 o'clock position. This has got flat undercut. There's no undercut. It's totally flat, and it's a mature turtle. So this is definitely a female because it has a high dome height to its length. And typically in this area, they have yellow arms here. A lot of them do if they're female. Those are just clues. Eyes tend to be red. Has a short tail. So we use the high dome height of 86 and the mass to go through the entire list of older entries here, and to look at whether they had actually those features of the notches. So we compared a lot of the older entries that were close, at least above 80 in the last couple of years, and then compared the shell patterns, and it's not that. So here's the entry here. We got number 27. It's a female, documenting where the damage is and the pock mark. Non-timid means I've got to go ahead and put a brick on here to tear out the weight, because it'll put its arms down. Timid means I can put it on there without the brick. They'll tend to push on the side of the scale and screw up the weight. It's got a dome height of 86. It's the highest I've ever measured of all the 27 entries. Length is 165, width is 130. Now in those dimensions, I can go from right here to the back here in the caliper. Those are kind of hard to measure because you've got a lot of damage. I generally go to the largest dimension I can measure, and the width is across the shell in this dimension. So those are less accurate parameters to compare if you want to find an older entry. The dome height seems to be the one that doesn't tend to get screwed up. They tend to get chewed on. Like this is probably raccoon damage. So I don't have to put a notch or anything on this one because that's a very distinctive feature right there. And then that's a distinctive feature. And I can, just for posterity, try to get the shell pattern like this. And this one's pretty feisty. So at first I thought this was an older entry, but this is a brand new one. And since it's April, that's when they all tend to come out of hiding. This is the fifth either new entry or recovery for 2019.